I love this particular space. I know it's a virtual space, but I love how it makes me feel like, ah,
Right.
like the weekend is here. It's
Yep.
become the symbolism of the weekend, which I love.
Mhm.
But we're gonna jump right into tonight's topic. So I'm a little
Here
excited.
we
Actually,
go.
I'm a lot excited to talk about this one because it hits home. But we gonna talk about it. So you guys know it's Love Month. You see me wearing my red for love. Actually, it's for heart, but it's Love Month also. So I'm really excited that it's Love Month, and some people have some fabulous Valentine's Day celebration virtually because we're still in a COVID season. But nonetheless, nonetheless, so here's the topic I want to talk about this evening. We are going to talk about this evening is the hashtag Black Love has been gaining a lot of recognition, a lot of speed, becoming very popular hashtag. And you guys may be familiar with the docu-series of Black Love, which I personally watch and support because I love to listen to those couples and they're so entertaining, and so also informative as well. And so here's the question for this evening: do we really need a hashtag Black Love? Is that working against the relationship status of Black women? What do y'all
Do
think
we need
about
it?
this? Do we need it? Do we need it? Is it working against us? Are we pigeonholing ourselves, waiting for that Black Love hashtag so we too can be on Instagram? Hashtag Black Love.
Does it count
You
if you're
can.
black but your lover is not?
I know you can
Is
be
that not
black
like
love, whatever.
Well, y'all tell me. What
I
are the
think
rules?
that's the question at the
What
table.
are the rules to this game?
Hmm.
What are the rules to this game? Because I will definitely say that the docu series at least has focused on traditionally, primarily, I don't think exclusively, but primarily Black couples. And I think the message behind it is to really highlight and show these positive images, and
Hmm.
representation of Black couples, because we see and hear such crazy statistics, right? So we know that according to the 2018 U.S. Census, that compared to all other categories of women, Black women who have never been married is 48% compared to 31% of the total amount of women who's never been married. So 31% of women have never been married. Wow. Yeah. So
But
let
my question, why is that particularly important? Why? I don't understand why.
well, y'all tell me, why is this
It,
important?
it's
It's
not.
just
Hmm.
It's
It's like,
not.
what if
You
these
can
women
have any
don't
type of
want to
love.
be? What if
The
these
question
women
is
don't
not
want to be married?
right.
do you think that's
That's
the
always
case?
the
Do you
question.
think that the 48% is a bunch of Black women who don't want to be married?
Not all, but there's some that
Not
don't
all,
care to
but
be.
it's a percentage. It's not. I'm sure not all that percent is just like never married. Some are just like, yo, I just don't want it. But
Do you desire to be married?
huh?
Do you desire to be married?
Hell, I'm just trying to get a first date, so we can talk about marriage later. I have no clue.
Because you probably in that category. That's why I asked this. Are you that is that your dream? Is that your husband's dream?
Karen, listen, your girl trying to get a consistent date. Like
Gotcha.
date number 2
Gotcha.
is what I'm trying to obtain.
Gotcha.
Marriage is not that it's a bad thing. I just think that like the hashtag Black Love, I do think it's important because media always tries to pit black men and women against one another, showing
Mhm,
that there's this huge discord in
mhm,
our community. Is it 100% not true? No. Is it 100% true? No. However,
mhm,
I do appreciate the fact that there is a focus to show a different perspective or a different lens into our community, especially amongst Black men and women, to show that we do love each other, that a huge percentage of Black men are married to Black women, despite what we might see in the media and
mhm,
also in celebrities and football players, in it, like professional players, and what you see on Instagram. Still, a large part of Black men that are married to Black women. So I think that is an like hashtag Black love, or just being able to see it, representation. I think that is important to add another paragraph to the narrative. So I think it is. Is it necessary? I'm not sure, but I do believe that it's absolutely important.
I'm with Chastity on that one. I like it. Like the one I wasn't a fan of. I wasn't a fan of relationship goals because I feel like, people were always
Mhm.
idolizing other people and you never know what's really going on. But hashtag Black Love, I like that because I'm with Chastity. I think for a long time there was this stereotype or this idea that Black people didn't get married or Black women didn't get married, and we have all these babies everywhere with all these different daddies, which by the way is our prerogative if we want to have it that way. But I really do like seeing that it's like, we do love each other as Black men and as Black women, or Black women and other men. I don't know. Again, I don't know if you're allowed to use that for interracial couples, but I like it. I don't know.
I think they have their own hashtag.
Hashtag
Loving.
Yeah, they all.
swirly love. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I think they have their own hashtag loving for Loving Day. So on Loving Day, which is the day that the was it the Supreme Court? I don't know if they get done.
It's like Loving versus the Supreme Court, like
Right.
Yeah.
So when the
But
Black and white
that
couple.
was just Black and white. What about people who are like Black and Asian, Black and Latino?
But
anything
I
other
think
than
they use
They
that.
gotta
Like I
use
still think they
that
use it
to
because
represent.
though that case was Black and white, there was the interracial portion of it, not
There's
necessarily
an
that it was.
interracial hashtag too.
Oh, I don't know that
Mhm.
one. I'm learning, I guess.
What's the
I'm
No,
at
but
Black Love. I'm at Black Love. So yeah. I'm at
So
Black.
I'm gonna
can I
agree.
just say, I went to the Black Love event that came to LA with Sally Whitfield, Dondre. It was beautiful, right? So a long time ago, I had a dinner like, do you like let go, let flow, or do you keep hope alive, right? Let go, let flow is just like you let go, let flow. But keep hope alive was you hold out for your Black man. So I have a Black Love shirt. However, I'll let go, let flow. Because if I wait for a brother to date me, I won't date, especially living in LA. So I do have a Black Love shirt, but to Karen's point, I have been a little nervous to wear it because as a Black woman, I don't want, because living out in LA, I'm short, dark skin, big lips, afro, all of this. So I don't want someone not to approach me because I don't know. I don't want to say it's limiting, but I do wear it, but I'm like, shit, because I like love. So
I know
I
that's
don't
right.
want, you know what I mean? Like I don't want,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I do have a
Are you
Black Love
trying
shirt and I
not to
want to wear
deter
it
the
so
other?
bad.
Are you
Huh?
trying not to deter the other by wearing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like limiting your options, right? Like, so for example, I married a Black man, but he's not an American Black man. He's a Caribbean Black man, and I was never close.
Girl, with you.
I was never close to the other races. However, everybody always said that I had a type. I was like, it's not my fault that the chocolate brothers with muscles like me. It's not that they're my type. They're the only ones who talk to me.
Yes.
Libby, we here, Libby. I dated too a Korean. You know, I'm married to that kid.
So I was always open to
like them Caribbean brothers.
I mean, I'm not gonna
With
lie,
those
I
muscles.
love chocolate brothers. I love them, but I was
wait
always
a minute,
open.
wait a minute. Y'all are all married to Caribbean brothers. Wait a minute.
Where's your husband from, Karen?
He's from Toronto, but his parents Jamaican.
I did not know.
Jamaican.
That is my
Forget
favorite.
all
country
y'all. I'm
in
about
the
to
world.
hang up.
Listen,
No,
Chastity, listen. The grass is
no,
always
Chad,
greener,
I
honey.
was
I
coming
love
back
my
to you.
husband, and marriage is great and all that, but the grass is always greener. Listen.
And
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Coming back to Miss Chaz, back
Sure.
to your point. Sorry, I'm just gonna tag in here.
Uh-huh.
So you are kind of not wearing that Black Love shirt, hoping that you're not deterring someone else from looking your way. But you know what? I feel like you were. I think that you still could have worn your shirt and just worn it proud. Not meaning you can't come to me. If they have the balls to step to you, then you know that they're real, right? As opposed to
That's true.
if they see
Hey.
them and they're like, oh my God, she ain't gonna talk to me, then maybe I don't need to talk to you. You
That's
need
a
to
good
understand because you're
Hey,
Black
she
love,
got a
and maybe
point
they
there.
will know what it stands for, but it could also be that they think she loves her Blackness, and I love her because she loves who she is. So
That's a good perspective.
Yeah,
Because
because
my
I
other
would
thing
have
was like, I love.
I wouldn't have thought
me
that. I
too.
would, if you wore that shirt, I wouldn't have thought that meant you only like Black men. I'd have thought that meant you love your Blackness. Like I have a shirt that says "Black is my happy color," and people love that shirt. I don't exactly know.
I do like
I don't
that.
know.
I do like
I
that.
don't know
But
what they
one
think
of
it
you
means.
guys raised, I think it was Chastity that raised the point that I think is something that we need to really expand on. Do we think that there are Black women out there who are caught up in the hashtag, who may be waiting for that Black love? And is that hindering their ability to get married?
I love.
Because to your point, yes, out of that 48%, there is a portion of them who may actually be intentionally single, but that may be the same thing in the 31% of all women. So if there is a percentage of both groups that are intentionally single, there is still a discrepancy between both groups. So are Black women too committed to the Black brother? Are we waiting too long for the Black brother to scoop us up?
You don't have to. If I wasn't married to one, I'll try everything under the sun. You don't have to. But love yourself. Love yourself first. But I'll try everything too. But hey, what can I say? I'm married to a Black man. So I'll let y'all be.
I just think, I don't know if it's a geography thing. I'm not 100% sure. So like, I believe in Black love 100%. I'm just not sure that it believes in me.
Mm.
Oh no.
So no, I'm dead ass serious. Living in LA, in the 5 years that I lived in LA, I've dated 2 Black men. And they're not, let me just be clear, they weren't dates. Okay? We went out on a date.
They were situations. You had two
What she call it?
situations.
Yes. So, but one, like, then I got ghosted, and no, so I'm sorry, one never turned into anything. So that was like a date, nothing happened, like nothing literally happened. Then one, I was like, okay, cool. But he was a brother from Jersey. I'm like, well, I love me an East Coast dude. Cool. But then after like 3 months of talking, then he like ghosted. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know what happened, to each his own. But the majority of the men that I dated while living in LA were predominantly Hispanic. But even in my adult relationships, my 2 relationships, grown folks, they were Hispanic as well. So, and it's like, I don't,
See, Chastity, I wonder, there was a conversation I was watching on a different show, since we're not supposed to name drop, but I sometimes I do wonder if colorism has a lot to do with it. And within our own community, colorism plays a big part. So when I went to school in North Carolina and the South, I grew up thinking I would, like unmistakably Black, right? I was like, for only being half Black, I have great color. I'm unmistakably a Black woman, right? Then I got to the South and I started getting attention from boys at the time. I mean, we thought they were men, but we were in college. And a lot of girls were like, they only like you because you're yellow, because you're light skinned. I was like, I felt so offended. I was like, what you mean I'm light skinned? I am not light skinned. I am a brown, like I'm Black. And they're like, no. And I was like, I felt like they were trying to take my Blackness away. But what I learned, which was something I didn't know before, believe it or not, and I grew up in LA, so maybe I was just blind to it, and I grew up around a lot of Black people. I thought we were all just Black. When I went to school in the South, I started learning about colorism and how there was a hierarchy depending on your hue and your skin tone, and then seeing how that played out in society. It opened my eyes to seeing, why there was so much pain amongst Black women when, some Black men, once they became successful, would date or marry white women, and understanding how slavery and all of that plays a part in colorism. But sometimes when you say, I'm not sure that Black love wants me, I understand that, because I think we're all like kind of struggling with colorism. And we've talked about this, Chastity, in previous episodes about like, is it because of the way that I look that they think I'm not the one that's desirable? So sometimes I wonder if like Black love, also there's that colorism aspect to it, that you're like, you're beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. I absolutely have. I mean, Tasca, you are giving me face right now. Like, FYI, I'm really sorry. But like, I really, honestly, I don't know. It's like, now that I'm on the back east, like kind of southeast, like my whole Bumble is flipped. It's all brothers. I'm like, I don't know what to do. When I was in LA,
You don't know what to do with all that.
Enjoy them.
No. I'm saying yes, but just the dimmer, like in LA, it was all Hispanic man, with like a drip or 2 of brothers and white dudes. Out here, it's all brothers, no Hispanic man, and like 1 or 2 white dudes. So I'm like, oh, brothers are swiping more. Right.
And even the white dudes date the Black women. Yes.
Right. So I'm like, I don't know if it's geography as well.
Oh,
so,
right. And culture, because different states have different culture.
Yeah.
You know, so LA has a very specific culture that's kind of
Hollywood.
dictated by
Hollywood.
Hollywood, and what
Mhm.
and Hollywood kind of represents the stereotypical beauty. So I think that that particular microculture kind of expands into the larger culture of LA and
Mhm.
kind of dictates to a certain extent how people form relationships and who they choose and who they date. So I do think I absolutely agree with you. I think that there is an aspect of it that is cultural. And so the Southern brothers are loving you, huh? The East South, yes.
I love
I'm 0 for
Southern
4. I've been
brothers.
on 4
Mm.
dates
I
and I'm
love
0 for
Southern
4.
brothers. Just a shout out to the Southern
Yeah,
brothers.
Southern brothers. I mean, Southern brothers make you feel really good about yourself. They really
They
Now
do.
do.
I
listening,
mean,
I said I'm 0 for 4. I've been on 4 dates and I'm
It's
0,
quarantine.
0
It's
for
quarantine.
4.
but it's
Hey,
4 dates. It's 4 dates.
Yeah.
And the
it's
reason,
4 days.
and to bring relevance as to why we're talking about this topic is because, you know, the flip side of it is these relationship issues extend into women's family planning when they
Mhm.
finally are able to have kids and things like that. So if we're not dating, then how can we then have the family that we're hoping to have? And if it's delayed, then we're ending up in these circumstances where we can't have a family because we started later than everybody else.
Or
Um,
you choose to have them
We
on your own, like a lot of
we
women
can have
do.
the you're saying we can have the you can still have a family. It may not be in the traditional sense.
Right.
Is that what you mean, Dr. T? I clarify
um,
that. For what do you
well,
mean?
I will definitely say in terms of the traditional family
Okay.
because I was raised by a single mom. I know how hard that is.
Hmm.
And it really, really, really requires you to have a village. And not everybody have that village and have that support or have the
Right.
finances to do it because you can have it on your own. And there are different ways of doing it. You can call up one of your bros who's willing to share.
It
Who's
is what
willing
it
to drop
is.
drop you a dime or so. But how common
It is what it is.
it is. Tell us,
Because do you know?
Dr. Trissa. It is what it
Do
is.
you
You
know?
I
know.
want you to say
Not
drop a
even to
dime.
interject
I
for too
really
long,
want you
right?
to change that verbiage. Oh
Oh,
my
I'm
There,
God.
sorry.
there is,
I'm sorry.
Drop you a
there is
dime.
actually, there's actually a Jewish teacher
Mhm.
in New York City who has been um, fathering a series of kids all over, Black, white, Jewish, Spanish, whatever. Literally, there's a network now, and he has a wife and he has a child with his wife. But I think he was doing this before and he's still doing it after. The wife is okay.
He
And the thing
donates
about it
sperm.
is, yeah, for women who don't have the option, for some of them it's in lesbian relationships, some of them they just want to have a child for themselves and they don't have. There was an article that I read, it might have been in the New York Times as a matter of fact, but I don't remember where it was.
Mm.
But he's been doing this and he has fathered about 20 something kids. I mean, he gives a sample, right? But
He gives the
he's
dime.
been doing this because he has all the
He
good,
giving like $1,000 according to Dr. Trissa.
but he hasn't, no, he's not even getting paid for it.
No, I'm teasing.
Wow.
This is what he's been, and so this is what the whole article was about. And I was like,
Wow.
Okay,
his wife is
how he
okay with
giving
that.
us sperm?
He's just, yeah, he's been basically, you know, giving his sperm. I mean, it's not to any and everyone, but
Right.
I don't know what his way for choosing things are. But you know, we talk about the non-traditional methods. There's also that method.
But there that's a rarity.
Yes.
And not a lot of guys. I mean, I know some guys who would consider it, but a lot of the guys I know really want to be a part. Like if they know that
Right.
they have a child out there, they
Right.
really want to be a part of that child's life. And so it's not that they don't want to help you out, it's just that they can't disconnect, you know.
Right.
And so how many women of color have the option, or black women in particular have the option of having IVF, of having sperm donors? And so, you know, it's really not having a dating life that leads to a relationship in which you want to nurture and have a family is challenging. Though there are other options, to your point, Chastity, there are other options, but love it. Now that's the real life right there.
There you go.
I love it. I love it.
All
But
day in my
but
house.
yeah. And she got a red cup. I'm so mad that you got a red cup.
I'm born and raised in LA, South Central. Okay, my peoples are from the South, from Mississippi. So, y'all gotta excuse me.
We love you,
I
Karen.
love it. I love
But,
it.
but yeah, so I do know, I do personally know Black women who are out there waiting for Black men in particular because that's their preference and that's their love. And, I really do have to agree with Chastity as to whether or not Black women, Black men are really out there loving Black women the
That's
same
yeah.
and are as faithful in terms of waiting for that Black woman to come and be a part of their lives like that. I don't know that it's reciprocated.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it known if Black men are out there waiting for their Black woman?
No, I don't.
Tasca, your face.
You know why I'm doing that? You know why I'm doing this? And I'm not gonna call out who the celebrity was, but I was on a particular app and the celebrity was
Oh, Lord.
I was on a particular app and a celebrity. Now I'm not gonna call them out, and don't y'all say if you know who it is. And this particular celebrity was having a welcome to the app kind of discussion or whatever. And this particular it's the way he introduced his, I don't know if it's a wife or partner, but definitely long term relationship. It's the way he introduced her, and he said, and she's a Latina, and I was like, what does that mean though? Because it almost the way the context and way it was said was almost as if, you know and I got a prize, in that kind of a way. And so I to your point, I don't know that they are, I don't think that they are.
And
And
so, what do you think? Why do you think that our brothers may not be feeling that way about us, but we are maybe more so feeling that way about them? Like if like just
colonialism.
hypothetically, because I don't know, but hypothetically, if Black men aren't sitting here waiting for their Black woman or their Black queen, then why are we raising our Black women to do so?
Mm.
I
Yeah.
think we have, if y'all want to talk about loyalty, Black women
Yeah,
we have like blind loyalty. Like
yeah.
we
Yes.
are the utmost loyal. We like you said, Tasca, Dr. Moore. Some women will wait, like, yo, I am so loyal to this point. Even just think about the like just with the celebrities in this case, that's whom we see all the time on TV. Those who have dog Black women and we still support them, put them on covers of magazines, go to the movies and see them and things like that. We can be totally disrespected and still support you in the meantime. Like the one brother, eh, eh, he unfortunately, this is not a good example. He was shot and killed in his backyard.
Oh
He
no.
had a Asian girlfriend or Asian wife, and before that, he talked about Black women really, really badly. But Black women still stood for him despite. I mean, I know he was killed. And there's no disrespect to that, so I don't want it to seem that way.
Hmm.
Um, but there was a conversation that had been had. Although you talked about us really badly, can you still protect and still stand for someone who doesn't stand for us? You know what I
Mm.
And
mean?
see,
So that was
that's
a
some,
conversation that in that particular situation, but that's another conversation I've also heard is that can you be pro-Black and date outside your race? Can you be Black love and have a different raced partner? So
I think you
I'm not.
can, and I think all of that is valid. What is difficult to swallow and hear is when people say, "Oh, I don't date Black men" or "I don't date Black women." I think that's
Mhm,
very different than you having happened to fall in love with an Asian man and you're a
Yes.
Black woman.
mhm,
And that's
mhm,
very
Hmm.
different. And
mhm.
also, like, I will, sharing on what you said, I think it's what Black women have struggled with forever, with our hair, with our skin tone. It's the ideal of beauty that's pushed down our throats is also pushed down the throats of men. So, like, for
Yes.
example, there's a big hip hop movement in Latino music in the last 10 years. It's called reggaeton, it's called
Mhm,
música urbana, it's all of this, right? And it's essentially hip hop in Spanish, trap music, all
mhm.
of that, but it stems from the Black culture, right? And something that kills me as a Latina is that in most of these videos with these brown brothers, right? Because they're either Caribbean or Colombian or whatever, and they're doing Black urban music, there are nothing but white women in their videos. And that is heartbreaking, because the one thing that I will give Black men credit for in the United States is that usually when you have a brother who sings R&B or hip hop or whatever, there are Black women in their videos. And so just kind of seeing how that colonialism and that colorism has kind of just like all over the world, I see how Black women can still kind of hold out and be like, I love a Black man. You know, I loved Usher growing up, like all these beautiful Black men that you see. But I think the same thing that Black women struggle with, I think perhaps Black men do too, is that are we the ideal of beauty? Are we the standard of beauty? And I will say that I think President Barack Obama being married to a Black woman and a real Black woman, I'm not saying that we light skinned sisters aren't real, but I mean like unmistakably Black. She had dark skin. She had, you know, her hair had
She
to be
wasn't
pressed upon her.
ambiguous, right?
Right. She didn't have green eye, you know, none of that stuff that we consider to be more desirable. She was a Black woman. I thought that that did wonders for my self-esteem. And I think for self-esteem all over the world, because here was this man who was only half Black and wasn't raised with Black women and loved and adored his Black queen. You could see it.
Yeah.
And I think that was absolutely beautiful, but I think that's what we lack, and perhaps Black men do too. I mean, honestly.
Well, part of the difference is that Black men are desired. They are.
That's true.
They are
And
very much desired by all by everybody.
Yes,
I don't know
yes.
an ethnic subgroup that do not want the Black man.
To make that even
Damn,
clearer,
that
it
was-
is not
yes.
something that starts in their adulthood.
Right.
So they are idolized. Black men are idolized. My sister-in-law,
Fetishized as well.
my sister-in-law used to teach in Jersey in one of the more wealthier districts, and she talked about how it was so very apparent, like the Black boys, and this was like middle school, the Black boys in the class had all the attention, all the friends around them, they had everything, and the Black girls were always on the side by themselves. She said there were 2 Black girls in the school who were different years. One might have been in 3rd grade, one in 6th grade, and they ate together. Yep, because everybody else was focused around the Black men. So it's not something that it starts only in adulthood. It's something that's already starting to be ingrained in them in the lower cases. So it's something that we have to do from way deep down.
I mean, Black men are pretty amazing. You know,
They absolutely are, but so are we. What you talking about?
they're charismatic. No, I'm saying to the point of why they're so desired. They are charismatic. Their bodies are amazing. They are smart, but we smarter, but they are smart.
That's why I said we Superman.
Physically able.
Right. And historically, even with colonialism, you know, the colonizers were jealous of Black men. So
Right.
it created this atmosphere that they were someone desirable.
Right.
Yeah, there's even like the stereotype about the size of their member, right? Like they're even in that way they're very fetishized. And I don't know one about Black women that puts us in a positive light. That's something like, oh, we definitely want to get that because Black women are known for X, Y, Z.
Our physique, our buttocks, our
That's
real.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
but that's recent. That's recent. That's
Yes.
not.
Cause I like no BS, y'all, and y'all know how I do. I'm keeping it completely transparent. So when I date, if I happen to date someone that is not Black or whatever, I ask the question, have you ever dated a Black woman? Let me ask you this. No, have you ever been in a relationship with a Black woman? Because dating and relationship is 2 different things. Because I always ask that. One is, I'm not something to do on your to-do list. And I'm not an experiment. So I don't check me off on something to do as your to-do list, and then you go get married to your white woman with 2.5 kids and a white picket fence. So you can just say, oh yeah, I dated a Black girl when I was the such and such, such and such. I don't like that. I'm not a science experiment in it, like something to try. I'm not that. So Black women have been fetishized in a way. It's like, and I always get, I've always wanted to date. Okay, swipe left. Swipe left. Swipe left. And it's like, I've always wanted to date. Like if you've never dated a Black woman before and you're genuinely interested and you want to, that's different. But when you hit me with the, Black women have ... I've always wanted to ... And I'm just like, that's when I grow concerned. So when I date outside my race, I ask those questions because I have to, because I'm not, don't sexually objectify me. and don't fetishize me. Oh, your lips are so da 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 da.
Right.
And all the gaslighting and all that stuff. So I do ask those questions because of particularly what, Dr. Moore, you brought up.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. So it sounds like we're saying, just to kind of wrap up what we've been discussing, that Black love seems to still have some relevance. It sounds like we're saying
Absolutely.
It
that
has
the
plenty of
hashtag
relevance.
Black love is necessary.
Yeah.
It shows that there is still some good representation of our relationship to counter a lot of the stereotypes that there are. Black women are still primarily married to Black men, and that the
Yes.
stereotypes are not true. That Black love also represents a sense of pride, and not just in terms of relationship, but a sense of pride as to who we are as Black people. And I love the question that Chastity raised. Does Black love me? Ooh,
Oof.
I feel like we need a part two on that one. But it definitely, right? But it definitely shows that colonialism is still the foundation of relationships in this country and how we view relationships. And it
Mhm.
seems that the hashtag Black Love is an effort to counter that. So I appreciate you guys going on this journey to explore this topic with us. And just so our viewers know, where can they find you? Let's start with our midwife on that side.
You can find me on Instagram at This American Midwife.
I love that green on you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Come on, bomb dropper. Where can they find you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to
Thank
you.
you,
Absolutely.
darling. Thank you.
I'm darling.
On Instagram, at miss._Chaz, CHAZ. I know you hate my name, Task. It's okay.
Dot and an underscore.
Dot underscore.
And an underscore. She is so complicated. I just like how they gonna find you. I bet you when they find you, child.
I'm private.
I'm private. That's the other part too. And she's private. We gonna talk to her about that. All right. And Miss, I'm gonna go. Aaron, I love you. Let's know where we can find you, Miss. I'm from the South, and I do it how I do it. Where can they find you?
What a touch, baby. What a touch on Instagram. That's where you can find me at.
That's
And
right. And come on, Dr. T. The other Dr. T laying down the stats with that sperm donor. We gonna all ask you for his information after this. I'm teasing. Where can they find him?
On Instagram at trissajove.dpt.
Awesome.
I'm very proud of you.
We gonna
Very
post his information after. No, I'm teasing y'all. We are not posting his information. Please go to your regular sperm band, your REI people.
Yes.
Donation the proper way to the proper channels. And I am the hand behind Healthy Bump Club. You can find us on YouTube sharing these fantastic knowledge and great topics. And you can also find us. What did I spit something? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm having issues right here. I'm like, did I spit something on my?
We're a hot mess tonight, boy.
You will find us.
Rare.
Where was
Rare.
you will find us on Instagram. Make sure that you like our videos. If you like what we're saying, make sure you drop us a like, drop us a comment, share what we're saying, or just simply save it for yourself to view another time. We love y'all. Good to see y'all. We will see you on the next episode. Bye.
This next song is for all of my queens.
Bye.
Do we have any beautiful queens in the house tonight?